Hey guys, DadTFP here, and we're going to make DadTFP's famous mashed potatoes, and I have my BFF with me doing this.
I'm just holding the camera.
Niagara TFP.
Before we actually do it, it was really hard to do it after the Rome trip because we had to do a lot of stuff like the Christmas tree and stuff, and we had to also do Christmas. So this is the only time we can make mashed potatoes. But don't worry, you can make your own mashed potatoes using Dad's awesome method.
Alright, and so first thing was we bought a big bag of golden potatoes from Costco a couple days ago. And so I've already washed them, so here's what they look like after the wash. Now I'm going to peel them, put them back in the pot, then clean them again a little bit, rinse them off, and then slice them up, and then boil them for probably about an hour. So I'll start peeling them.
I'm going to show you all the different parts together. So get ready for the next few parts. The DadTFP peeling the mashed potato.
So a key to good mashed potatoes is to peel off the skins, then clean it again, then boil it.
What happens if you just leave the skin on?
Then you're going to get a lot of skins in the mashed potatoes, and it doesn't look as cool. But I don't know, I guess a lot of people say the skins are healthy, or the nutritious part of the potato, but I don't know. I don't think we really like the skins in our mashed potatoes, right, bud?
Yeah. Those we already have two done, so we're going to show you all the mashed potatoes. We're going to show you all the potatoes peeled. Well, those are all the peels done, so...
Alright, here they're all peeled. So now I'm going to wash them again, cut them, wash them again, and then start boiling. So let's do the quick wash. First you go swishity swish, then you go swashity swash.
And then what do you do?
Well, let's take a little longer. It ruins my timing, but...
Your checkerboard skill.
It's kind of like, making potatoes is kind of like doing the checkerboard pattern.
Because you're doing a zippity zip.
Now we're going to dump it.
Make sure you don't have to dump any potatoes.
Oh.
We need to take that potato out.
Now when the potato falls in the sink, you got to do an extra special job of washing it because sinks are usually the dirtiest part of the kitchen. That one looks perfect. I'm going to do a little extra scrubbing.
You dirty scrubbing.
All right. So now these are ready to be cut and washed again. So let's get that cutting going. Now here's another tip for you. Whenever you're cutting stuff, you need to make sure your hands are nice and dry because you don't want any slipping when you're using a knife, right?
Your knives are dangerous. That's a knife there. That's a little cover for the knife. There's a chopping board and basically you just chop it in half.
Yeah, we're trying to make little pieces about this big, is about right. So we got some small potatoes, some big potatoes. Some
medium potatoes and some DadTFP potatoes.
Like this is kind of more of a DadTFP tomato or potato. Did I say tomato? Oh my god, I'm getting so confused. As you can see, it's not that hard once you get going. Well, these things will be cut pretty quickly, then wash again, and then it's time to add some water, some salt, and then boil it for about, what do you think, 40 minutes?
Yeah, why sometimes cutting it into quarters?
Because I'm trying to get the same size, about the same size of a potato. And so when you cut it into quarters, it means it'll cook and get softer a little faster. But you want the pieces about the same size so they all get to the same level of softness.
So anyways, DadTFP's going to cut more potatoes and then we're going to go back here. Those are all of the potatoes cut up. And now, then
we're going to do one more rinse.
First you do a zippity zip.
First you do a swishity swish, then you do a swashity swash.
And then there is your potato pattern.
So I think also when you rinse off the potatoes a couple times after they're peeled, you get rid of some of the starches so they end up a little smoother when you cook them. But I'm just speaking of that from my memory, so I may not be correct there. So we're going to drain this. See how it's a little cloudy? Now we're going to drain it and then add our final water to boil it.
So there's all the potatoes.
I don't know, bud. Do you like potatoes? Who likes mashed potatoes? Everybody, right?
Yeah, except people that don't like DadTFP.
Yeah, you know, we call those people crazy because DadTFP is
The best.
amazing.
I said the best there.
I like that. That's good.
So make sure to do it until it gets to the DadTFP level.
And so you want to make sure it's just the right swoopity swoop level, which is getting close. What do you think? Is that about right?
I think
That looks
so.
good, right? All right.
And also, if someone else makes this, they're not gonna get the same awesome mashed potatoes.
So you want, when you're boiling stuff, you want to put it on the burner close in so it's a little extra safe. So I'm going to turn it on high. One last thing is some salt. There you go. Now we're going to set the timer for 40 minutes.
And then we're gonna go back to this video.
All right, see you in 40 minutes, guys. All right, so these potatoes have been boiling for about 35 minutes. They're nice and soft to the touch. You can tell by taking your little utensil and just pushing against it. Look at that, like butter. Speaking of butter, there's gonna be a lot of that in this recipe too. So now I'm gonna drain the water, put the potatoes in our KitchenAid stand bowl.
We need to make this. We also need to make this video short because I just don't want it to be too long. It looks like a funnel from Titanic.
It does. All right, there's a timer telling us that it's almost done. Good.
Wait, why are the bubbles on it?
It's because of the parts of the potatoes are
There you
bubbly.
go. So there you go. So we're going to. So I'm going to. So Daddy's gonna put all the potatoes in here.
All right, so here's the potatoes in the bowl.
Awesome DadTFP.
So we're gonna go ahead and start adding our. We're gonna start whipping it and then add in our secret ingredients. Some sour cream. Some sour cream. We're gonna add some salt. A little bit of white pepper. And a decent amount of dried garlic, because we all like garlic, right, son?
Son, I think you meant DadTFP.
Oh, sorry. Now the mixer's doing most of the work for us. And now we got probably the most important ingredient when it comes to a delicious, perfect, great mashed potatoes. It is butter, and in this case, not just regular butter. This is grass-fed butter, so it's extra rich, extra delish. Just the way our family loves our mashed potatoes, right?
Yeah, the TFP family loves these kind of mashed potatoes. Take them out. That means adding more mashed potatoes. Yeah, so we're going to add some more sour cream here. So just add it in there.
So you know we do a good job with mashed potatoes when after our family takes the first bite, they all stand up at the same time and applaud. And
There you go. I just want to make the video kind of short. So anyways, here is the mashed potatoes now.
Get it nice and whipped.
Does it look crazy?
Pause it and scrape the sides a little bit.
And then there's our mashed potatoes finished. Or what I think is finished.
So we're gonna do a little, push the sides down a little bit. And we're gonna do one final mix, and I think it's all ready.
One final mix. There's a complete mashed potatoes.
All right, look at that. Does
So-
it look good?
Yeah, so we need the scraper and put it in a bowl, and then you can serve it. Maybe next Thanksgiving you can serve this to all your people for Thanksgiving, or you can also do some cool stuff with mashed potatoes. So basically, just pour it down there, and you'll basically be finished with your mashed potatoes.
And there you have it, guys. Completed mashed potatoes. This is the best recipe you'll ever have. Sometimes I put parsley on top, but I decided to skip it this time because not everyone likes the green stuff on their potatoes. So there you have it. Try to make it at home. Thanks.
There you go. That's DadTFP's awesome mashed potato fun. Anyways, there you go. Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.